Every Christmas, we will spend over 13 billion quid at the supermarkets.
Christmas is that time of year where everybody's willing to spend a little bit more, get your favourite brand.
It's a time for ignoring the bank balance and having a good old splurge.
Christmas is a time for people to enjoy themselves.
And we only want the good stuff, not the cheap stuff.
If I'm going to splash out, I may as well spend that extra money on a brand everybody knows and loves.
After 8s, not after 9s. Luxury mulled wine, not mulled wine style drink.
For every brand there's a knockoff.
And you want the real Santa Claus, not this guy. But this year, the supermarkets are coming for your wallets.
Look at that. Look how cheap that is.
And trying to prove that own brands are not just for life, they're for Christmas as well.
That one's a bit sexy.
But can you really tell the difference between the brands and the own brands? And which do we prefer?
Yeah, you can drink it all afternoon, I think.
Well, looks like you already are.
Across 10 rounds. And with access to industry experts, the battle is going to be intense.
Knocking the competitors off.
We'll find out who's really the champion.
Cheers.
And what's got the best value in supermarket own brands, the big festive taste test. There was a time when the own brands didn't even compete for Christmas.
You probably don't want to get an own brand champagne for Christmas Day, because it's just not the done thing.
Own brands sometimes don't come into it. You know, people think, well, if I'm going to splash out, I may as well spend that extra money on a brand everybody knows and loves.
Maybe we're a little bit cautious about serving up products that are own label as opposed to branded products, but maybe that's not the right thing to be doing.
After Aldi and Lidl won Christmas during the cost of living crisis, the other supermarkets are at it. And now the own brands are real contenders for even the highest end brands.
The retailers are really, really good at looking at market leaders and creating their own brands. So, you know, after 8 mints, you can get an own label solution. Bailey's, you can get an own label solution. Great products, a lot cheaper, even more to enjoy because you can make your money go further.
Ballycastle, obviously a clear contender in the old race for the class of Baileys at Christmas. I can imagine if my granddad was still here today, he'd be saying, lads, break out the Ballycastle. Who needs Baileys when you can drink this by the gallon at half the price? Fantastic. That is probably going on my Christmas list. Get a Ballycastle in, guys. Legend.
The packaging looks like the brand, but surely they don't taste like the brand. Well, Santa's Grotto has had a makeover.
Okay, shut the door.
Sorry, could we do that one more time, but with a slightly less terrifying laugh?
Welcome, friends, to Supermarket Own Brands' Great Festive Taste Test. Come on in.
Eggsy's set up a series of taste tests to see if Christmas own brands will make us believe it really is the most wonderful time of the year.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Come in, everybody.
Our first test sees a posh bird versus a bargain bird.
I've set up a wonderful feast for you.
Wow.
Mainly meat-based. Come on
lovely.
in. What do you reckon?
Oh,
Looks fabulous.
Pretty good, eh?
Yes, herbivores, look away. We wish you a meaty Christmas. Eggsy has recruited 3 ordinary punters to join him for a festive feast.
The epicentre of Christmas. The pinnacle of all things Christmassy. This is the Christmas turkey. Look how I do this.
One of these turkeys is from premium poultry purveyor Morton's Family Farm, and the other comes from supermarket Aldi. Eggsy is going to join our tasters, and like them, he is blind tasting. So will the discounter ruffle a few feathers?
Well, guys, obviously 2 turkeys on the table, and we're going to decide which one is the best. What do you reckon?
Yeah, ready. I'm up for it.
Let's do it. Watch me carve this like a master. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Taste-wise, I enjoyed that. Liam, what do you think? That sums it up pretty much. So don't rush, you know, enjoy the flavour, savour the experience. We've got all day, after all, it's Christmas.
Surprisingly, very moist actually. Nice flavours, I like it.
Good flavours. And Annette, what do you think?
I would say that's a pretty good turkey.
Very nice. It's going to be even nicer when we have the vegetables to go with it and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce. But as I say, as it is, that's nice.
Well, I'm happy with that, guys. But it's not just about that turkey. There's another one next to it. Let's try the second phase.
I really enjoyed the first one. This second one, not as much.
Howard, what are your thoughts on the second one?
Well, I quite like the second one. There was definitely more texture to it somehow.
And Annette?
I prefer the second one. It's melt in the mouth vibe.
Yeah, I've got to say it was pretty close for me. Thought the first one did come up with the goods, but that second one, I feel like there's just a slight edge of quality on that.
3 of our Festive 4 gobbled up turkey too, but Leanne preferred number 1. So which was the pricey poultry and which was the bargain bird?
So this turkey's our winner, and it's from Morton's Farm, and it's a free-range Norfolk bronze turkey, and it cost 119 quid.
No way.
119
Wow.
quid. That's a big hitter. That's 119 quid's worth of Christmas joy right there, guys.
119 quid of juicy, succulent joy indeed. But just in case you don't have that in your stocking, let's hear about Leanne's favourite, the Aldi turkey.
Okay, so coming in at a very, very close second is our turkey from Aldi. And that is the Aldi large turkey that comes in £17.99.
That is amazing.
And you guys, it wasn't, you didn't dislike it, you all enjoyed it.
That was my favourite.
It was your favourite.
Worth every penny.
Not bad at all.
Fantastic.
Look at the price
Fantastic
difference.
price.
Over 100 quid difference between the two.
You can get a lot of Christmas presents for £100.
I'm afraid I've got to eat my words and say I would go for that because it's just such a bargain.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
It's a Christmas miracle. A decent tasting 7-kilo turkey for under 20 quid from Aldi. Over to Eggsy to award a special rosette to our runner-up.
So guys, without further ado, the best value award clearly goes to this bad boy. Brilliant.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
A Christmas turkey is often the most expensive item that's on your dining table at Christmas dinner.
A third of Brits that are celebrating are going to have turkeys. 10 million turkeys, all on Christmas Day. 10 million.
That's a lot of money the supermarkets could save the nation.
There's a lot of research that suggests that frozen birds are really, really good value for money, and they can do a really good job for most consumers.
Can the supermarkets do better than an honourable mention? They've lost the first battle of Christmas, but the war isn't over yet. Coming up, in round 2, the supermarkets fight back.
Great value for money. I am not a brie fan, but I was definitely converted with that sandwich.
And we take a peek inside a Christmas pudding.
That one's a bit sexy.
In round 1, the posh turkey won, but the home brands lost with honour. But what do you do when you've had your turkey? You put it in a sandwich. But what if you don't eat turkey? Or you're French? Well, the supermarkets have got you covered. With the Christmas sandwich market worth almost £1 billion. Eggsy and our panel are back to try a festive filling with a continental twist.
Guys, come in, it's time. I put some sandwiches out for you. Everybody,
Thank you.
this is it.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. I would have said I've made them by hand, but clearly I haven't. They've come from some leading supermarkets. We've got 4 here, all based on that classic flavour, brie and cranberry. It's up to you guys to give us the taste test challenge. Try saying that after 4 sandwiches. So, Leanne, we'll start with you.
Sandwich A is from M&S.
Bit of apprehension on Leanne's face there.
I like it actually. I
Yeah?
like that. Surprisingly like it.
Yeah? Okay, do you normally eat brie sandwiches over
No.
Christmas? Okay.
I actually don't tend to really eat it.
Okay.
But I've enjoyed it. It's really nice and it really complements each other. The The brie and cranberry.
A new venture into the world of Christmas snacks for you there. Okay,
nice.
Howard?
Does taste somewhat creamy.
Okay.
I'm always a fan of if the bread's good and the bread feels quite
Soft.
nice and soft.
Okay. Okay.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Good flavour.
Yeah.
Not too stodgy.
Okay.
Feeling good.
Right. Well, I'll give it a go, seeing as I'm here. You know, it'd be rude not to. It looks all right. There's a fair amount of cranberry sauce in there. It's all come out of my mouth. Not bad. Not bad. Let's try the rest.
On to sandwich B, which is from Tesco.
The brie's quite overpowering in this one.
You can actually taste the brie,
Yeah.
but the cranberry sauce is lost a little bit.
Okay.
Next up, it's Asda's sandwich, C.
Not as overpowering as B.
Okay.
It's quite nice,
Okay.
but still definitely A is my favourite.
It tastes like one I've had before somewhere.
Okay. In a good way.
Nice way, yeah.
That is pretty crunchy. The others have been a bit soggy. I don't know if the others have noticed that, but
And the last of the Christmas sandwiches is D, from Aldi.
With this one, I'm just getting cranberry. I'm not really tasting the brie.
Brie is slightly stick to the mouth vibes.
I can't really taste the brie there at all. That's going to go at the bottom of the pile for me. D for me.
Oh dear, better luck next time for sandwich D. Time to rank the Christmas-themed sandwiches.
Okay, well, we've done the taste test. You know what the next phase is. It's time to bring out the hallowed podium. Right, guys. Obviously, there are only 3 spots on the podium. We've got 4 categories, so I'm going to go in first with the one that came in at 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, at 4th, category D, from Aldi at £1.99.
Tesco's brie and cranberry sandwich came in 3rd at £3.
In 2nd place, Asda.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, good price?
Yeah, it's not bad. I enjoyed that one.
Absolute bargain, I think.
So at number 1, it was category A, the sandwich you all loved and adored, comes in hot off the press from Marks and Spencer's at £3.80. What do you think of that, guys?
Great value for money. I am not a brie fan, but I was definitely converted with that sandwich.
I don't care that that costs £3.80 because it was spectacular.
Look at that. But value for money, who do you think deserves the award for best value for sandwich?
I think it has to be Asda, doesn't it?
Okay.
It's that value, that price.
In that case, the best value prize goes to the Asda sandwich.
Yeah.
Get in. Best Christmas ever.
M&S claims the star on the Christmas tree. But for a saving of £1.30, you can get a bargain Christmas sandwich from Asda.
Now, the festive sandwich didn't exist until a few years ago. I swear there was no such thing as a festive sandwich. But now, I'm literally finding a whole Christmas dinner stuffed between 2 slices of bread.
And more of us are enjoying the variety that's there now. Many, many years ago, it was chicken and stuffing, but now the list is endless.
I think we have a tremendous nostalgia about Christmas. We're remembering Christmas dinners and lunches with our friends and our families. It takes us right back. And quite often we're too busy to go to some friends putting on a Christmas dinner ahead of time. So the idea of having a sandwich with the flavours of the Christmas lunch in there, it's a good market.
Next up, watch out for friendly fire. It's Santa on Santa in a quick fire taste test. We're putting Lindt's Chocolate Santa up against Aldi's Dairy Fine Santa.
I like this. To be honest, I like this better.
I like this one, but I like this one better.
I like this one, but I like this one better.
I like this one, but I like this one better, even though there is more of that.
Proof that size really doesn't matter. Lindt is the unanimous winner. That makes it 3-0 to the Posh Boys against the local comp. So, we've had 2 turkeys, 4 brie sandwiches, 2 chocolate Santas. Keep that Gaviscon handy, because now it's time for 3 bottles of mulled wine.
Yeah, I mean, mulled wine is a very strange thing because it is total Christmas. There's no other time of the year where you get a load of bits of like what looks like potpourri and put them in wine and heat it up and drink it. But at Christmas, that's fine. A load of cinnamon, some herbs and some spices, and suddenly it is Christmas.
People like the idea of standing around in a cold place with their hands cupped around a warm mulled wine. It just needs to taste spicy, has to have those lovely, warm, sweet ingredients to it. It has to be hot. Don't pay a lot for mulled wine. Pay a little for mulled wine.
Okay, guys, mulled wine. It's a classic at Christmas. We've got a few glasses here, 2 of which are supermarket mulled wines, 1 of which is a top-of-the-range mulled wine. A, B, or C? Let's start with the A's and see what happens.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the smell of Christmas.
This is A.
Oh, right.
Right.
Here we go. Yeah, that is nice. That has got a real winter's afternoon.
Cinnamon kick.
Yeah, just falling asleep in
Spice.
front of a warm
Lovely
film.
spice. Yeah, it's warming my
spice
throat.
on
I like it.
Yeah. So we're all agreed A is good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
On to B.
I'm no trained wine expert, but that to me looks a bit darker. Does that mean it's richer?
If somebody wants to get really in the jolly mood,
Yeah.
I would say this is the one to go for because I think there's going to be a higher count of alcohol in it.
Yeah, I think maybe some of that bitterness is coming from the higher alcohol content, which isn't a bad thing.
It's got a nice smell, strong and intense.
And then,
C.
should we try glass C?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Right, here we go.
Beautiful smell. But still not as nice as A.
Do you know what though? I think A is good. This is just, it's not as sweet, but
Not
I
as
quite like
sweet.
the aftertaste.
Yes, it's all about the aftertaste. It's really got a kind of notes.
Yeah.
When they say different notes.
Yeah, and I don't know what they mean, but
But
for this,
tastes good.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, you can drink it all afternoon, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, it looks like you already are.
Do our panel need time to mull it over? Or have they reached a consensus?
So we're all agreed A is probably the branded one? You think
It's the
so?
I
tastiest
believe
one.
so, yes.
We'd love to say we picked this up in the middle aisle as part of some sort of Olympic Games for your hamster kit. But we made it ourselves out of wood we found in a skip.
The results are in. The mulled wine in 3rd place from Harvey Nichols at £15.95. 3rd place for Harvey Nicks, the most expensive, but not ranking at the top. So, still, they tried. Give them a big round of applause, guys. Fantastic.
I like the bottle.
I was going to agree with you there.
Yeah.
The bottle is pretty Christmassy.
Yeah, the bottle does look good.
So Harvey Nicks have bottled it. But sliding down the chimney into 2nd place is Tesco's mulled wine at £3.30.
Fantastic.
Much less than half the price. And according to our little plan there, twice as nice as well. Lovely stuff.
That means the own brands have managed to turn water into wine by nabbing the 2 top spots.
Number 1, get ready to be surprised, guys. All the way in. Morrison's £5 wins the challenge. That was very impressive. I think they've done a very good job there. Christmas doesn't get much better than that, a £5.
I think there's a reason that number 1 has the best sticker on it. It's because it is the best. I think it's perfect for guests, perfect for yourself.
Yeah.
Really, really liked it.
So, as value goes, guys, which one do you think is the best value for what you're getting?
I think number 2.
I will say it would have to be number 2.
Yeah.
Tesco nabs the value rosette. The own brands have crushed Posh Harvey like a grape.
Cheers.
Over 150 million Christmas crackers will be pulled this year. But will the supermarkets fire a blank? As Sainsbury's take on posh London department store Harrods. Starting with Sainsbury's.
Happy Christmas. Oh! Whoa!
Hey, you're the winner.
I've got it. Bottle opener.
Oh, a big cup.
How do snowmen get around?
They don't, they're snowmen.
They ride an icicle.
Dearie me. Let's see if Harrods had a bigger writing budget.
Reindeer.
Let's go.
Oh!
Oh, okay. Good snap.
I like the turtle.
Oh, I love turtles.
Butterfly. Don't know if you can see that small butterfly there.
What do you call a snowman that can walk?
I don't know.
A snowmobile.
Well, money can't buy you laughs, I guess. It's £30 for Harrods versus 12 for Sainsbury's. Decision time.
I would say I would splurge because I don't think I'd do anything with that.
So I think I'm going for the cheaper one.
Bargain.
That one is great, but at that price, I've now moved towards this one.
Well, if you're trying to rein in the spending, Sainsbury's crackers are much less dear. Rain dear. Give me a call, Harrods. Next up, it's a Christmas classic. Bailey's Irish Cream Liqueur. But have you heard of Aldi's Ballycastle? Time for a quick-fire trip to the Emerald Isle.
I like this one, but I like this one better.
I like this one, but I like this one better.
I like this one, but I like this one better. This you can really taste the alcohol. This is nice and creamy.
I like this one. Controversially, I like this one as well. How does that work? Can I say that?
You can, Eggsy, but only because it's Christmas. It's a photo finish, but Aldi's Ballycastle has beaten the boozy behemoth. That is Bailey's. At $4.99 a bottle, that'll make a very Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
Coming up, we'll see if the own brands set the world alight in our posh candle test.
Right, can you make some ooh noises? Ooh, that's good. Wow, good.
And one of the panel gets randy on the brandy.
That one's a bit sexy.
You're feeling some Christmas cheer there?
In the War of Christmas, the own brand's turkey got stuffed in round one. But they stormed back, winning 3 rounds and delivering us some sarnies to savour. No one loves a Christmas comeback more than our friends at consumer rights group Which Magazine.
Supermarkets have a huge range of new products that come out around Christmas time. We want to make sure that consumers are picking the right item.
And everyone at Which is getting into the spirit of the season.
So welcome everyone. So today you're going to be tasting 11 supermarket premium mince pies.
They're getting people to eat mince pies in silence. Guess we all have our own traditions.
So we've got 4 brilliant baking experts here today, all kind of top pastry chefs, really know their stuff. So we'd like you to score the taste, texture, appearance and aroma of each mince pie.
I'm having you on. It's not the Which Christmas party, it's actually September when they do their annual mince pie test.
Mince pies are our most hotly anticipated Christmas taste test, and everyone just wants to know kind of which supermarket mince pie is really going to hit the spot this year.
The pastry pundits give their initial scores without discussion, before debating any major differences, and they don't mince their words.
It would be the sort of mince pie that they'd bring to you in a restaurant and say, "Can I explain how the chef wants you to eat this?" You know, and you'd go, "No, it's a mince pie, don't tell me how to eat it."
This is the sort they've been selling year-round, because it's shelf-stable for 3 years.
Oof, what happened to goodwill to all men? But they didn't make mincemeat out of all of them.
And I suppose aromatic also just means that it smells nice and pleasant for me.
Yeah.
Not necessarily it's full of citrus, not necessarily full of spice, but just nice.
I scored it high, yeah.
I scored it relatively high because I thought it was kind of a really classic supermarket mince pie, but done okay.
Done okay. High praise from these guys. So who came out on top?
So our best buy is Waitrose. And then in joint second, we had M&S and Aldi. Aldi is the cheapest on test, so that's going to be our great value pick.
Yeah.
Overall, it seems like the panel have been less than impressed. But discount supermarket Aldi has made a great bargain mince pie. Joy to the world.
It's a really great result for us when we get a cheap product that still does well, even if it's not the top one. Aldi came second in our test. They're just over £2. They're about half the price of the Waitrose mince pies. And that's great because that means you don't have to spend a lot to get a great mince pie this Christmas.
I was always told you can't go back to savoury after sweet, but there's always time for a crisp at Christmas. And the festive crisp market is exploding, with Asda expecting to sell over 60 million Christmas crisps this year. Almost double last year's sales.
Christmas crisps. Crisps with a Christmas theme. I mean, where do you go from there? That literally is 21st century snacking. You know, where do we take that next? I don't know. I do not know. But again, bring them out, put them on the table, let's go.
Here's a Christmas challenge for you all. Buy a whole range of crisps and put them out in bowls without telling anybody what the flavours are, and get your guests and friends to try and guess what they are. And I expect they won't get on very well.
All of these manufacturers are going to try and innovate, and around Christmas is a time they can have a little bit of a play. Let's have something festive. Let's have some stuffing and turkey crisps. Let's have something with a little bit of Brussels sprout or roast potato in it.
Potato crisps, it'll never catch on. But what flavours are hitting the shelves this Crispmas? At Good Food, food director Cassie Best reveals all.
Recently we've been trying all the Christmas crisps from the supermarkets and awarding our favourites with winners' badges.
Rate the crisps against the criteria of taste, texture and appearance.
There's such a wide variety of flavoured Christmas crisps on the market that we don't have an overall winner.
This year, the supermarkets are all trying to outdo each other, finding the weirdest, most specific Christmassy tastes. Good Food couldn't do a head-to-head because they've all gone rogue. But when it came to the crunch, a few stood out.
We really enjoyed the Sainsbury's Taste the Difference Turkey Gravy Crisp. We found that this just tasted like a Christmas dinner in a crisp, really nice meaty savoury flavour with a good crunch from the crinkles. This one costs about £1.50. The Aldi Boxing Day curry was another real standout for us. We loved the spicy kick, and again, it had a really good crunch. We thought this was a really good budget option that still tastes really luxury. Another crisp we enjoyed was the Morrison's Pigs in Blankets crisp. We loved the flavour, really meaty and savoury. It's got a good crunch, but we found it a little bit thin, so we didn't award this one 5 stars.
If you appreciate the finer things, Aldi have you covered.
We thought the lobster thermidor flavour was really innovative. It's very decadent, feels very luxury. Coming from Aldi at such an excellent price point.
Looks like the humble crisp got a Christmas glow-up. Aldi certainly knows how to put on a Christmas spread. As Aldi virgins Joan and Sue are about to find out. We've asked them to give the discount retailer a whirl as they stock up for the big day. But they might have to make a few switches from their usual brands. They're on a dupe hunt. Starting with that mandatory component of the Christmas dinner.
Look at that. Look how cheap that is. Quixo, because you normally get Paxo, don't you?
Paxo, yeah.
This is Quixo.
Quixo.
But I mean, that is cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
45p.
I bet it's just as good as Paxo's.
Yeah, I bet it is. Makes 12 stuffing balls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good price, isn't it?
It's an 80% saving, Sue. And after a few sherries, Quixo'll sound close enough.
Joan, look at this. Because if you buy the lint ones...
The lint ones are
really expensive.
They're about £4 odd.
And look at the size of the Father Christmas. Because I like to get these as a sort of a stocking filler, you know. You need to get one of those to have with your turkey at Christmas.
Those colours look awfully familiar, like a brand from Norwich.
And I mean, cranberry sauce, can you really taste the difference?
I shouldn't think so, would you?
No.
Well, you could, but what about a gift for your grandson?
Oh, look, Joan. This is looks like the Lynx one. This is their own 79p. God.
Lucky Monty will be smelling like a desert into next year. These two have earned themselves a tipple.
Ballycastle.
That's cheap, isn't it?
That must be their own make.
Yeah.
And it's only £4.99. It's been reduced from £5.79. If I bought that, that'd be another sheet. All the money I'd be saving on my Christmas shopping list.
Great minds think alike. Pass the Ballycastle. I'll drink to that. Well done, ladies.
I would go for that one because you can get the cap off easily and glug, 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 glug.
And Sue isn't the only one the supermarkets will be dousing in alcohol. It's Christmas puddings, of course. Millions of us will be setting them alight, covering them in brandy butter, and of course eating them. And food scientist Amir is feeling festive. We've presented him with 3 puds, and it's his mission to figure out how the own brands make theirs cheaper. Aldi serves 8 at £3.79. Morrison's The Best, their luxury pudding, serves 8 at £9. And Fortnum & Mason serves 4 people for 25 quid. 3 different price points, but aren't they just cheaper ingredients? Or is there something darker at play?
These are very much cheap staple ingredients. Sultanas, wheat flour, sugar.
Next, it's Morrison's.
We still have sultanas, we've got raisins, we've got currants, but now we have 6% nuts. So it's got a very nice cocktail of booze in here at almost 20% alcohol.
And finally, the most expensive of the 3, the Fortnum & Mason offering.
These are the most premium almonds you can possibly get your hands on. It's all finished off with a dash of Pruser's Navy rum.
We're all familiar with those plastic bowls the puddings come in, but not if you shop at Fortnum & Mason.
Oh wow, that's cool. If you spend 25 quid on it, you want to be able to feel the nice soft ceramic and the cheesecloth.
You can't eat a ceramic bowl or cheesecloth, Amir. And look, it didn't even come out cleanly. Anyway, the own brands don't have the fancy bowl or the fancy ingredients. So how have they made a pudding 5 times cheaper, so luxurious, without breaking the figgy bank?
While Morrison's is not necessarily using those nice, expensive, slightly pretentious ingredients like the Marcona almonds, I think they actually have put money where they can get a lot of impact on flavor, which is with the sherry, the cider, the brandy, the rum. They're just focused on a lovely, solid recipe, and I think that's actually delivering a really good result.
If I understand this correctly, what you mean by solid recipe is mix cheap, stable ingredients with a load of booze. So the proof, about 80% proof in this case, really is in the puddings.
A Christmas pudding is also a really traditional item on the Christmas dinner table, and the supermarkets offer a range of price points, so you can get more budget options.
But there will be a lot of difference in the baking, the making, the quality of the ingredients that go in there, the amount of booze, the way it's gradually fed in. So I think there will be a taste test, and the proof is in the pudding.
Well, Barry, your Christmas wish is our command. Let's find out which one will be putting the others to shame.
This is it, guys. Christmas pudding challenge. Ooh. A, B or C, 2 supermarket brands, 1 high-end product on the table. Let's taste it and try.
Hope they like Christmas pud, starting with pudding A.
Bit claggy, but...
Quite alcoholic-y. Alcoholic-y?
That's fine.
Alcohol.
That's a great word.
It's quite stodgy.
There we go. I've got to say, I quite like the clagginess there. It's moist. There's definitely some fruit. I think it could do with some more alcohol. But I like it.
Moving swiftly on to Christmas pudding B.
I've got to say, the top doesn't look as, you know, appealing as the others.
Well, it's got nuts in it as well.
Okay.
Oh.
So you found some solid quality ingredients in there, Howard.
I'd certainly prefer that one to A.
Oh.
Immediately a response. Immediately a response.
That one's a bit sexy.
You're feeling some nice.
I don't know if I'm a fan of this one.
Oh, we've gone from a bit sexy to I don't know if I'm a fan. I'm getting notes of pepper and cinnamon.
And last but not least, C.
I like the spice on that one.
Oh, good.
Not as many nuts in it, but
okay.
I'm a bit less on the alcohol, I thought.
Okay.
It's a bit too sweet, but the texture is, it feels good.
Okay. It's not as extreme as the others, but I like it. Which one really stood out for you?
I think for me, C, the alcohol content is very, you can definitely taste that coming through, but I think that is the high end.
Flavour-wise, I think there's something about C. I think it's posh in a refined way.
I would go for B.
We're on to B. We are feeling the currants and the nuts.
Yeah.
B and C are tussling for top spot, leaving only one contender for third.
Okay, guys, this is the big reveal. I will remove the plate and replace it with the iconic Podium of Power.
Ooh.
In third place, A was from Morrison's.
Hard luck, Morrison's. As for the winner, our panel was split between B and C. But B's just been edged out into second place, as the flavours were more divisive. So what was B?
It was Fortnum & Mason's took second place.
Okay.
Yes, guys.
You see,
The poshest one going. It was those big chunky contents. So in first place, ladies and gentlemen, Asda have come up with the goods. Get in. Oh, for God. Knocking the competitors off, as you can clearly see.
Sort out your podium, Santa. Now for the price reveal.
Price-wise, there is quite a big price difference. Morrison's, that was £9.
Okay.
Not a bad price.
The Fortnum & Mason pudding was the most expensive at £36.95. And Asda's pudding was the cheapest at £8.25.
I'm really impressed with the Asda price. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a big fan of the Asda.
I'm about to present the rosette to the winner. Asda have come up with the goods. Give it a big round of applause, everybody. And as I destroy the display, let's just get that nicely in there. Look at that.
Can't take this Santa anywhere. Another win for the supermarkets, with Asda grabbing the top spot and best value Christmas pudding. Coming up, will the brands burn a hole in our pockets?
I've done a complete U-turn.
Or can the own brands fight fire with fire?
Fantastic. If you're looking at value for money, it's a no-brainer.
After a slow start, the own brands have come storming back, with wins in mulled wine, Irish cream and Christmas pud. Although Christmas isn't just about knocking back booze and stuffing our faces, it's a feast for all the senses.
Candles, smells, scents, they're massive at Christmas and everybody's sharing them and giving them to each other.
The Christmas candle centrepiece is bigger than ever, with companies like Jo Malone, Molton Brown and John Lewis all competing to melt our hearts with their wax wonders. But with a single candle costing up to £100, can it really be worth it?
That's £100 for something you're going to burn. Don't get me wrong, they'll burn beautifully, I'm sure. I'm sure if they're scented, they'll smell fantastic. Like, yeah, I'll have one. But are there supermarkets doing something for a slightly more manageable price out there? It's £100.
£100, and when you get it home, you take off the label.
A centrepiece doesn't come with a big label, say I'm from Jo Malone or I'm from Molton Brown. You don't need to do an awful lot of showing off there. You have to have something that looks nice and smells nice. So if Aldi are making something that works, why not stick to that?
When it comes to fragrance, the own brands have a knack of pulling off an upset, as we've seen before. When we tested perfumes, Yves Saint Laurent stank out the joint.
Would I wear this, or would I have my wife wear this? Probably not.
And M&S's dupe came up roses.
It's classier.
Yeah, it's classier.
Classier.
Yes.
I prefer this.
With the prices sealing the deal.
Black Opium retails at £53.
Wow.
M&S,
Yeah.
£6.
Wow.
Sounds like the dupes have won.
Let's see if Aldi can hold a candle to the big boys as they take on John Lewis. Over to Eggsy, waxing lyrical.
Okay, guys, Christmas, candles, they go hand in hand. What's better than a lovely smelly candle? I don't mean horrible smells. These are luxurious candles. but it's up to you guys to figure out which one is super expensive and which one is a pretty well-priced candle.
It's a test with a difference, as our panel need to follow their nose.
Is that one B, yeah?
It's nice.
Okay.
Very subtle. I think Candle A is the most expensive one.
Okay.
Very strong, intense scent.
On to Howard, sensibly choosing to remain upright.
The old olfactory senses are going through the roof there.
When you smell the side, that one definitely smells more expensive.
Okay.
More herby smell, say,
Okay.
citrusy smell.
Okay. Annette?
Okay.
Please step forward. Candle A, candle B. Make that choice. Here we go.
Right, I'm going for B first.
Okay. Candle B. Good. It's not weird at all. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine just to be sat here smelling a candle. It's
That
what I
way
do all the
there.
time. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that one smells quite, almost got a perfumey smell.
Okay,
Let's go
right.
for this one as well.
Candle A there.
Okay,
Well done, Annette. Dignity intact. What do you think?
Candle A smells a bit more natural. Candle B, still smelly, but a bit more perfumey.
Okay. So, guys, general consensus: candle A or candle B? Which one is the more expensive of the two?
I am going for A.
A.
A is more expensive, but I think the smell from B is better.
Annette?
Well, I would say I prefer A for au naturel, nice smell. B, I think is going to be the more expensive one though, because it's bigger.
Lovely. Now, the true magic of a candle comes into effect. I'm setting fire to them. Here we go, guys. Like fireworks night, can you make some ooh noises? Ooh, that's good. Wow, good. Christmas.
Ooh, it makes you feel all warm and fuzzy. Not as warm and fuzzy as Eggsy, though. Don't try this at home because it's 1, dangerous, and 2, expensive.
Right, guys, it's the moment of truth. Here we go. Candle A was the John Lewis Winter Spice candle at 100 quid.
Oh, wow.
100 quid,
Whoa.
yeah. How do you feel about it now, knowing it's the more expensive?
A bit shocked, really, because it's actually burning down more than that one, I feel.
Right, okay.
So,
Yeah. Well, the bigger one is the Aldi Winter Spice candle, and that is £24.99.
No way.
£24.99. So there's a very big difference there.
It's fantastic. If you're looking at value for money,
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer for the Aldi candle.
Yeah.
I've done a complete U-turn. I would rather have the rest of the money in my pocket to go and spend on mulled wine or whatever else
Yeah.
and get the Aldi one.
The panel are in agreement. At £24.99, they'd be happy to pocket the £75 difference for the Aldi candle. And Aldi think it's easily comparable to the £95 Indulgence botanical candle from the White Company. Well, it looks similar at least. It's another seasonal saving, leaving them money to burn. Over to you, Eggsy.
Okay, well, it's become a time-honoured tradition in the short time we have been here for me to now present the Best Value Award, which clearly goes to this guy. Yeah! Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Christmas! Right, shall we all just have a little nap for half an hour then?
Oh, good idea.
We're nearing the end of our Christmas journey, tasting and smelling the offerings of brands and own brands. The supermarket own brands have made it onto Santa's nice list. But can they continue to grow during the most competitive season for the retailers?
Christmas is a really important trading period for the supermarkets. And if they win a customer at Christmas, they're probably going to have them for the next 12 months.
They're always competing with each other to come up with a new inventive product.
I think it's important for the own brands to try to succeed at Christmas, but it's also a very high bar for success.
Everybody wants to win in, and own brands are up for the battle.
Not everything has to be handcrafted by magic elves in a Christmas workshop. Sometimes it's all right if it comes off of a production line and it's been made pretty well and it's a decent price.
Quite right, Eggsy. The own brands have done their best, but they came up short a few times. It's a bit like when your child makes you a card out of glitter and tinsel, and you really wanted an air fryer or a posh new coat. It's not good enough. But by the new year, you'll have forgiven them. And And isn't that the true spirit of Christmas?
Are you still slaving away in the kitchen on Christmas Day? Well, perhaps you needn't be. Air fryers are making Christmas easy, brand new tomorrow at 7. Christmas gets very complicated next as the big red man comes a cropper. But who would do such a thing to Santa? It's the Good Ship Murder Christmas special.